So as a kid and a parent, one of the sayings we heard oftentimes was just do the best you can. And as a parent, loved my kids, and surely my parents loved me too. And when they told us do the best they can, that's what they meant. And I mean the same thing to you in terms of where we are right now as a community, as Friendswood ISD, is moving forward, do the best you can. If we had said at the beginning of, at the end of the summer or at the end of the spring, next fall we will go to an all online format and basically operate Friendswood ISD remotely, it would have been the whole summer preparing, but our fantastic staff and all of you have prepared to do it in a week or less. So with that being given and the landscape that we're in, that's what all we can ask as a district of you is to do the best you can as teachers, as parents, as staff in Friendswood ISD, as a community. All of you are in different places. Some of you have kids at home and are trying to work from home, getting a lot of these assignments, just getting started with all the connections to different websites, different places. Do the best you can. Sometimes the best you can is good enough, and this is one of those times. As parents, as teachers, as a community, that's all we can ask you to do. It's going to be enough. You're enough. It's going to be good enough. We've received guidance every day on conference calls. I've gotten guidance from TEA that as we move forward through this time of digital learning and an online format, that there needs to be collections to document grading per se of what we do. And those guidelines are going to come out to you from principals. We're looking at those coming out to you on Sunday evenings or by Sunday evening to get an idea of what the week ahead looks like. And with those, with your kids, do the best you can with what we have for us to be able to collect what's needed to keep your students, to keep our district moving forward during this unprecedented time. You have lots of questions, I know. This week is really our first full week organized in a lot of ways, and just do the best you can through this week and just allow the schedule to begin to move itself and to understand the process. You're going to have lots of questions. Funnel those through your teachers and then on up if you have questions. But they're going to be your first line of defense in terms of allowing to being able to help you. I know you're on communication overload. We all are. Just like you, I get multiple emails from the same Texas Education Agency or organizations telling me the same things. And we're trying our best as we move forward to try and limit that so that you're not getting multiple information from multiple sources. But give us some time to refine that. We're working through systems to be able to communicate, because we don't want you to be asking questions or have a lot of questions, but we also don't want to pound you with repeated communications from the district, from your principal, from teachers. We know that's happening, but give us grace as we move forward. A couple just items to talk about that's been in our community, in the forefront over the last few weeks. First, the board took action on Monday night at a special meeting to move the bond election that we had started to push out the information about it to you. Had gotten to a couple PTOs and to a couple faculty meetings and to some organizations. Move it from May till November 2nd. A bond meeting isn't something that can be canceled. Once the election order has been put in place, it will move forward, and it can only move till November. And the board took action to do that. Let me just say how much I appreciate the board taking ownership and leadership in doing so, and also doing a virtual meeting, just like struggling through the muting, the unmuting, all the issues that you're dealing with too in your work and in your school, for them to lead and walk through and be the examples of that, and also feel the same tension that you're feeling. You're aware of the shelter order from Galveston County for essential employees. In communication with our city, and even looking through that order, some of the specifics, continuing the educational process is essential. And so, the feeding of our free and reduced students at Bales will continue as an essential need. Technology needs, being able to supply technology needs to you, also an essential part, and other things that may be needed, deliveries, some of those pieces. So if you see Friendswood ISD vehicles out there, that's what they're doing, is continuing with the essential needs of educating students in Friendswood ISD over these next few weeks. I know there's a lot of questions about activities, graduations, proms, all the activities that we love to attend, that I love to attend, that all of us rally around together as a community that we're really starving for in a lot of ways as we have separation from each other. We don't have any answers to those. There's venues that are part of that. They have unknowns. There's schedules that have unknowns. Right now, our date is April 10th is the date that we're looking for. We're making plans for the what ifs, the plan Bs, the plan Cs, but we don't have any answers to be able to say this is how it's going to look, because there's so many unknowns. But just know this, that we appreciate the efforts and the patience all of you have shown. Just appreciate our community as a whole, how we've rallied, the amount of help that has poured in, the desire to be part of the healing process for us, and really allaying some of the fears that we have as a community and replacing that with hope. So do the best you can. That's the message for us as we move forward over these next couple weeks. Just know we care for you, and look forward to getting on to the end of this and moving on to school as we know it in Friendswood ISD. Thank you. Have a great evening.